So, all right, now let's get underway with our first guest. So Walk and Knock, Justin Wood is the board president. Let's welcome him up to the stage.
Thank you. Okay.
So when I first moved here, which was coming up on 10 years ago, I worked with the Downtown Rotary Club. And all these people that I worked with would talk about Walk and Knock, and I had no idea what it was. When somebody finally told me that it's a one-day county-wide food drive, I was floored. I'd never heard of any food drive that was that ambitious. And here people were just like, oh yeah, you know, Walk and Knock, it's just this thing we do, this amazing thing that we do. So I'm really happy to have Justin here, and we can all find out a little bit more about Walk and Knock. So Walk and Knock happens on December 6th, correct?
Correct. It's always the first Saturday in December.
And what is it? How does it work?
So it started about 29 years ago with a couple of local Lions guys that decided that they wanted to try to do a countywide food drive. It officially started in 1985, and since then they've recruited volunteers from around the county to try to do food drives, to try to collect food door to door countywide. We insert over 150,000 bags in the Columbian, Reflector, Camas Post Record to basically try to get a bag to every door across the county. And then we use Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, church groups, youth groups, pretty much everybody we can for volunteers. Last year, the last few years, we've averaged over 4,000 volunteers on a one day to go door to door countywide and basically canvass the county and collect food.
That's incredible. So everybody gets the bag in their paper. If they don't get the paper, can they just take a bag and put it on their porch?
Yep, they can put a bag on their porch. We ask them to try to mark it so somebody doesn't pick up a bag of kitty litter or something else that isn't meant for the food drive.
Fair enough. And so then it all goes in. Now, when the food is collected, how is it distributed?
So it all goes to the Clark County Food Bank, and then the Clark County Food Bank works with a number of different food warehouses across the county that they send the food out to those different food warehouses.
Excellent. So what kind of volume do you guys do? I mean, what does the county bring in one day of a food drive?
So I don't know that we've ever had anything to substantiate this, but at one point we heard that we were the largest one-day food drive in the United States.
That's incredible.
And so last year we brought in 134 tons of food, and in one day. Our high was in 2011, and in 2011 we brought in 167 tons of food.
Wow.
Over the 29-year history of Walk and Knock, we've brought in over 6 million pounds of food, valued at over $8 million.
Wow, that's great. So a question that I have is, you think about these tons of food. With 134 tons of food, how many people can that feed? Like, what does that represent in terms of families and food actually out in the community?
So I don't know how many it actually feeds, but I've heard numbers varying from the food bank. The food bank's actually doing a good job of getting more stores, grocery stores, various other places that have been giving more food to the food bank. But at one time, I've heard that the food bank got roughly about a quarter to a fifth of their yearly food from the food bank. In terms of their canned, they get a lot of the perishable items from various other sources, but the canned food that they get from our food drive provides them of the big bulk of what we need.
Excellent. Is this something that gets planned through the course of a year? It's a pretty big deal.
Yeah, because we have to, getting the bags all put together to go out into the papers. We also, because those 150,000 bags come from the paper bag manufacturer, they come just flat. And so actually this Saturday, we'll have several hundred volunteers at the food bank to fold all those bags.
Oh, wow.
So we have to fold 150,000 bags in one day. And so that they can go into the paper.
Yeah.
So that's another, a lot of people think that the food drive is just the actual food day, but there's sponsors. We've got over 15 different sponsors that help us to put the bag together, and then organizing the sponsors, organizing the different media events, trying to get more recognition out to Walk and Knock. Because it's amazing how many people who've lived in their county their whole life that aren't familiar with Walk and Knock. So just kind of, I think word of mouth and getting the word out is the biggest thing for us.
Great. Well, if somebody is interested in volunteering or finding out more, how can they do so? So
the easiest thing is to go to our website, which is just walkandknock.org, and it's spelled out, walkandknock.org. And you can volunteer, you can help with, we've got 4 different things people can help with. They can help on the actual drive day. They can help us fold bags this Saturday. after and before the drive, we put barrels, a lot of locations, Les Schwab's, Riverview Banks, various other places around the county. There'll be barrels out, so we like volunteers to help pick out those barrels. And they can also help us with boxing the food at the locations, because not everybody can actually go door to door on drive day. But we've got what we call our sectors, and we break the county into kind of 10 sectors. And so at those sectors, people can come and actually help us box the food there that gets loaded onto 10 semi-trucks around the county.
Fantastic. So there's something for everyone, everybody.
That's right.
Well, great. And Walk and Knock has some flyers out in the front. So if you would like some more information, they have some flyers out on the front table where we had the surveys. And I'm sure Justin will possibly stick around a little bit and could answer some questions. Thank you so much for being with us.
You're very welcome.
Give it up for Justin Wood and Walk and Knock.
Thank you.